Welcome back, everybody, to another Stinkleberry Farmer. Today I'm at George H. Crosby Manitou State Park. That's going to be a lot to put on a thumbnail. Named after Bing Crosby's younger brother, who did a series of concerts up here in the 50s, and they loved him and named the park after him. Maybe. This is about as remote as it's going to get for a Minnesota State Park up here. Never been here in my life. Up that road is where we're going to go. I don't think very far because half of it's closed, and these sites are hike-in sites. So I have to hike in. Normally it would be a quarter mile. It's going to be closer to half mile into where I'm going because the road is closed. Very quiet, about 37 degrees up here. 37 degrees up here. Only a few cars going by on this dirt road, 7 miles from Finland, Minnesota. There. I've given you a lot to think about for information now. Now let's get in and do some camping. Here's the park map and those entrance, and I'm only up to here. Normally you can get through here, but the roads are super soft, they said, so you might get stuck forever. And these are all walk-in sites. That's along the Manitou River. I've chose the closest site, which is on Lake Benson. Benson du Bois? Maybe. So it's not going to be very far. I didn't know what this terrain is like, so I just went with the closest one. And I think there's somebody over here, and a lot of people are on the actual river. So let's get to it, I guess. I'm going to be making 2 trips. First one here with, and by the way, glad I kept these pants on. Got full of mud. Got my tent on the first one here, and then I'll come back for my backpack after that. I just kind of wanted to see how treacherous this actually is. And there's 2 roads. I think this is the road I go down. We'll find out. Still snow on the road back here. May the 2nd. Here's the main parking lot that's closed right now. Just heard a grouse over there. Sounds like a tractor starting up. I don't know which way to go here. I guess I'll check the map. Yellow Birch Trail. This beautiful little creek here. Follow Yellow Birch Trail. So it appears this is where I'm supposed to go. Oh. Ooh. Heard another grouse. I don't know, is that them warning or just other stuff? I don't know. Quite muddy. There was an inch, half inch maybe of rain last night, so that certainly didn't help the trail situation here much. Wow, okay. It's a massive tree. Does it go around? It's a lot of trees down in here. Oh. Whoa. All right. that mud. Oh, this is wild. Just full of mud. Whoa. This is fun. Whew. Benson Lake Trail, and this is just, I think, where I keep going here. Oh. Oh man. Definitely hear water. I don't remember there being a creek on the map, but okay. Look at that. Whoa. Oh shit, no. Oh, I just went into the biggest mud pile ever. Ooh, not good. Oh. These boots did good until then. I need to look at the map. All right, I kind of feel like I've gone too far here, which means I wouldn't have had to have stepped in that massive mud pit. So I'm gonna go back to this other trail. All right, that's what I fell into. See if this side's any better. Ew. Oh, it wasn't any better. Oh, my foot just went in there. All right, I doubled back and got onto the Benson Lake Trail, which hopefully will get me to Benson Lake where I want to be. I don't know, I just feel like I'm walking in circles and going further than I have to here. We'll see where this takes us, I guess. Whew. Oh, yeah, I think I'll go around there. Well, I found a campsite, but doesn't say what number. I know there's 3 of them. Ah, geez. Guess I'll go back up the trail here a little bit. Okay, so none of these have numbers on them, but according to the map, this is the furthest one away. I found the middle one, and mine is supposed to be the closest one, so I think I had found the correct one. Yeah, a little help here. All right, get back to my site and see if we can figure out how to put a tent up back here. This is the middle site. I don't think anybody's hit this one. Supposedly there's somebody that other one tonight. This thing is just torn up though by the last people. Jeez. It's like ashes everywhere. A little respect, people. Ooh, there's the outhouse. Okay, I know a bit much for one person this far back in the woods, but there I have it. I'm sure I'll have plenty of words of wisdom from all of you who watch this one. Got my smaller blow up one here. Sleeping bag. Now I got to head back and get my backpack, which just has basically my clothes and rest of my overnight stuff and food. A little bit of it that I'm going to bring back here. Not a lot, just enough for supper and maybe coffee for tomorrow morning. And then we'll head back, get back here, probably start a fire. I might try to get down to the lake. Looks like there was a nice little path and boardwalk down there that might be worth checking out. See what happens. It's not supposed to rain, it's just overcast, and this tent is still very wet inside. Even part of my sleeping bag is. Like low 30s tonight, so I'll get a fire going and maybe get warmed up. This is one of the few state parks, if the only one, it says to buy firewood outside of the park if you need to, but it also says if you have to forage for wood, do it up in a reasonable manner, which if you saw that other campsite a minute ago, that was not reasonable. But I do have a saw I brought with. I'm not bringing my hatchet in, but I can get some smaller stuff, maybe cut up with this, and then just get a nice fire going tonight, have some food, and, you know, I think that was just a squirrel. Something jumped over there. Those squirrels, oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get back on the trail to my car and get back. And then I came up through this way. I think I just went the wrong way. There's a trail here, so I'm going to try this and see if this gets me back quicker to the road, because it just seemed that was like quite ridiculously long for the small amount I had to do. We shall see. It's pretty wooded down here. Goes down towards the lake. That's just to keep the bears away. Quite secluded back here. Yeah, I see a trail heading that way, so I gotta think maybe. Little boardwalk down here. Look at this. Here's the lake. This might be the last lake with ice on it as of May the 2nd, 2025. Who knows? Certainly a better path than what I was on. Hello. Yeah, and I think this road leads back up to the parking lot. I completely went the wrong way. This is just a few minutes. All right. Well, now I know, and now you know. Could have had dry feet. Still be easier coming back the second time. Yeah, so that's where I went in at the Yellow Birch Road. Benson Lake Road. Had I just dug on a little to the right, I would have saved probably about a half hour of walking and not being submerged into water. Let that be a lesson to me. This park has, allegedly, deer, moose, bear, and wolves somewhere around. Let's hope I don't run into any of those, except I don't care about a deer. And squirrels, there's squirrels. And grouse. I just heard them again. That's where I heard them earlier. So, really, this parking area here, if this was open, where I went would be actually a pretty reasonable hike in. Might take you like 15 minutes to get in there, if that, from that point. Okay, I'm heading out for my second round here, but I got my backpack all set up. Everything's in there that I need for tonight. Extra socks now. I had a pair of socks, but now I have a second pair because, yeah, I need to do something about that. And my food, a little bit that I do have is in there. It's not filled with food, but I'll show you what I have in there a little bit later. And then I am going to bring, probably should have brought this with on the first round to test the ground up before me, if anything, but gonna use one of these walking sticks. I've got two, but I'm just gonna use one. That way I've got one extra hand or something. I don't know, but it's a little after 6 p.m. So get back up there probably around 6:30 and start a fire. And yeah, let's get back up. Okay, I made my way all the way back almost here, and for intelligent people, unlike me, who take the correct path, they are marked from here if you go along the lake. Take the Benson Trail, and then look, there's my campsite number. Not that bad of a hike here when you know the way. Yeah, and you know what? I'm really glad I took this with. Especially with that backpack, it helps really balance out walking up this big hill I had to go up. So, like it. I like it. It's just I run out of hands to film. I can use my head mount maybe. So I think the first order of business here is for me to get a fire going. And then go from there, maybe dry out my gloves. Probably my boots if I can. And get some dry socks on perhaps. It's quiet back here. I mean, when I say there's no roads around here, there is no roads for at least a mile from where I'm at. So this is fantastic. I'm the only one yapping right now, making noise. And later, after dinner, yeah, so we'll see how low I can go on this limbo stick somebody put here. I think I can make that for sure. All right. Nature. Well, got back to camp here and set up stuff to get charged up and stuff, and evidently I don't have my phone, and I guess really I just need it for a clock, but really I need to know that it's in my vehicle and not on a trail somewhere, I think is the more important thing. So I have to make another trip back. Not what I wanted to do. There's a grouse over there. Look at him go. I think that's a grouse. Look at him. That. Okay, tell me what that is, okay, everybody? I think that's a grouse. A lot of them, whatever they are around. Okay, a phone has been acquired. It was, yeah, on my bumper. Fresh air is getting to me or something, I don't know. But now this is the third trip, and it'll be almost 7:30 by the time I get back, so probably just be fire and food when I get back for tonight, and maybe a little walk tomorrow before I head back here. So, oh yeah. Only happens when you gotta hike a mile out. It's, yeah, basically it is a mile because it's about a half mile in and a half mile back from this point. So yeah, good for me. Lots of steps today. I'm sure this would be like the Hilton. Actually, not too bad. Doesn't smell. I'll be back with you in a moment. This is Lake Benson then. My site is kind of up on the hill there. I thought they were going to be closer to the lake where you could see them, but that's okay. This is beautiful, and actually there's a jet flying overhead, but other than that, it is so quiet back here. Like, I've heard nothing else other than like the grouse making noise. So maybe tomorrow I'll go around a little bit of this. It's going to be almost 7:30 by the time I get back to camp, so I need to make a fire and get food going before dark. This is serious camping, people. I mean, this is serious. You got to walk a mile to get your phone. Out on the boardwalk, boardwalk. All right, there's my tent. And the bear box. Let's hope there's no need for that. But I do have my food in there for now, and I'll leave that in tonight, the wrappers and stuff. I did just hear some people over there for the first time. So there's some people walking around. Got my phone. Oh no, my car keys. Oh, I got my car keys. Okay. We're good for the night. So I'm going to build a fire here and enjoy what's left of the night. Well, this stuff's pretty wet from it being spring and the rain over yesterday, so let's hope this takes off. Otherwise, I'm just going to eat a bun tonight. We'll see what happens here. This is different camping that I've done. I haven't done this kind of camping, I should say, in a long time, where I'm coming in, hiking stuff in, and I know I did it at Afton last year, but this is different. We're in the wilderness back here. And it's nice as long as everything goes fine. And I really need to get out of my, I don't know, is trench foot still a thing? I don't know. My boots are just crazy wet. I'll change out here as soon as I get the fire going, I think. If it goes, I hope. Well, this has just been a fight. This stuff is just, everything is wet around here. And maybe I have it going enough where I can grill a brat. We're going to see shortly here. But losing daylight, then it's going to get hard to forage for wood. But we'll see here. Brat number 1 is ready. Turn that over. And honestly, if I was ever going to do the camp bag mixes, this would probably be the place to do it instead of this. But I know. Cheers. So now the fire is kind of taken off. Now that I'm done grilling my brats, they were amazing. They're pineapple Kona beer brats, and they were really good. It's very cold. It's probably in mid-30s. I did change out, got my wet socks off and stuff, and that'll help. But it's cold. For May, it is cold. All right. But I got this big old tent here to keep me comfy. And if nothing else happens, you'll see me in the morning. Well, good morning. It was incredibly quiet last night. Like no noise until like 5 a.m. Birds started sounding. Other than that, nothing overnight. Unfortunately, the air mattress I have deflated. I tested it before I came here too the other day. So I'm just going to go with a foam mattress from now on. I think when I use these, it was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. And you're just sleeping on the cold ground pretty much. So that wasn't fun. But I'm going to get up, make some breakfast, and pack up, I think. The sun's out today too. It's supposed to get in the upper 40s and 50s, which will feel great. Well, certainly nothing was going to get in here last night. Good thing I got my mallet. Make a little coffee, huh? It's the only heat I have. All right. Nice. A little oatmeal and some coffee, instant coffee. And on with the day. Can't wait to get my boots back on. Although I don't know that they're as wet inside as they were outside. I think I just went so deep it just seeped in through the top. They're waterproof, but not when you go above the ankle, I guess. Yeah, even with a little bit of sun right here, it feels good. Warm, oh my goodness. After overcast the last 2 days, feels good. So to finish up here, I'm gonna eat, take my first round of stuff out and back, and then get the tent down, and I will walk all around the lake a little bit down there too. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. That'll burn out shortly. And that'll be the end of that. Peaceful little breakfast here, and then get on the hiking path, I guess. So just as a quick recap, if you take the correct trail, it's not too bad. You come off of the parking lot, the main parking lot, when that opens up, probably by the time I have this video in a few weeks up. The walk isn't very far, and you get to this boardwalk, and as long as you can make it up this hill, just at the top of this hill is where my site was. There's 3 along here. The nicer ones are supposed to be along the Manitou River. I just didn't know, having not been here, and what the terrain, and if it was anything like my mishike yesterday afternoon, probably was for the best. But sure somebody out there has been to those and can tell me how wonderful they are. Just gonna go down the lake a little bit here till the the path isn't good anymore. I don't know if this boardwalk goes around all the way or just a bit. We'll find out. There's 22, which is, it's just right there. You're really close to the lake on this one. Probably be, I'd have to relook at the layout up there, but this might be the nicest one, closest to the lake of the three. I can see the bear box from here. I mean, food storage locker. Did see just of course, as soon as I turned off my camera, I saw a beaver scurry across there, a varmint of some sort. I think it was a beaver. Look at this beautiful little creek. And I thought I was done walking in snow for the year. Well, I made about halfway around the lake here. I don't know if this goes all the way around or not, but it would be very cool if it does. There's a couple more campsites, I think, right over there. I probably would have gone around this whole lake yesterday if I hadn't forgotten my phone and go on the wrong trail. But it's all right. Well, I'm all packed up, picked up, and ready to go here. Just gotta throw that on my back and grab my sleeping bag. Nice tent site here. Huge for this area. You could get a few smaller tents in here if you needed to. Just the roots were digging into my back all night. That's why I'm in pain right now, I think. Yeah, I like this spot. You won't be able to see the lake probably in a few weeks when the leaves kind of fill out there, but still very nice. And while I was bringing down my tent here a little bit ago, a couple of guys came, because this trail kind of goes through my site here, because it's kind of how I accidentally found it last night, was coming off of the other route over there. So not mad. All right, final walk back. Actually, a decent amount of cars in here this morning. Okay, it's noon, but I'm surprised how many people are here. So I'm gonna at least drive down the road a bit to get to the Manitou River, at least show you the Manitou River, even if it's not the spectacular cascades that everybody wants to see, that I did not hike into. I feel a little bit bad that I didn't show that, but could always be a next time. We'll go down the dirt road a bit more. (1975), 50 years ago. Celebrating his 50th birthday, this bridge, I guess. That should be the Manitou River. just beautiful out here. Dirt road, middle of the woods. Sun is out now today. Oh, these are the things that make me happy. So again, I think I might have done a disservice by not getting to the Cascades, but you know, I can only do so much. At least I've hopefully shown you a little bit of the state park that I have never been to or even knew anything about, really. Actually, as I was getting my stuff into my car, 2 groups of people were asking me about trails and stuff, so it was nice to disperse some knowledge I just learned. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. I am probably very in the shower meter needing one, but I don't think I'll have one today because I'm heading for another campground. I have no idea which one. I have not planned this night out, but I have one more night up here somewhere, so you'll catch that and the next one. Thanks again for watching. This is so beautiful up here. Does a number on your car though. That's caked on.